Just imagine a young dreamer, bursting with ideas who decides to be their own boss. They work tirelessly, night and day, to build their dream business. But sometimes even the biggest dreams hit bumps. Sales fall flat, bills stack up, and the fear of failure looms large. It might feel like a dead end, right? Like giving up is the only option. But hold on. Our dreamer does something amazing. They take a deep breath, rewind the tape, and learn from every mistake, with wise advice from mentors and a sharper plan. They're back in the game, launching a brand new project with even more fire in their eyes. And guess what? This time, it explodes. Their business takes off, bringing them not just money, but a deep sense of pride and accomplishment. This is the power of bouncing back, of turning stumbles into stepping stones. So dreamers, go chase your goals. There will be setbacks for sure, but with grit and a willingness to learn, you can turn them into your greatest victories. So we all stumble sometimes, right? The story about the dreamer showed us that. But here's the secret. Those stumbles can actually become stepping stones. Think about it. How many times have you faced setbacks? Every one of us has. But guess what? We picked ourselves up and kept going. That's the journey of life, and failure is just a part of it. Here's the important thing. Failure only stops you if you let it. It's not about falling down. It's about getting back up. It's about having the grit and belief that you can rise again, no matter how many times you fall. So remember, friends, failure isn't your enemy. It's your teacher. Learn from it, embrace it, and let it launch you towards your dreams. Now let's dig deeper. What exactly is failure, and how can we understand it better? We all hate messing up, right? Fear of failure can make us worry what others think if we don't win. But here's the game changer. Failing isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the winning formula. Think about superstars like Thomas Edison, who tried thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Walt Disney got rejected tons before Mickey Mouse. What makes them special isn't that they never failed, but that they embraced it. They saw it as a launchpad, not a dead end. So let's change our game with failure. Instead of dreading it, let's learn from it. Instead of hiding from it, let's seek it out. Because guess what? Failing is the secret sauce to finding out how awesome we can truly be. Imagine life as a garden. We plant seeds of dreams and goals, but just like any garden, surprises pop up. We can plan and water our seeds, but there's no way to control the weather or the bugs that might come along. So a seed doesn't sprout. No way do we give up on our garden. We check the soil, adjust the watering, plant again. Each time a seed fails, we learn something cool. We learn what kind of soil different seeds need, how much water makes them happy, and even how to avoid those pesky bugs. Just like that. Growing is like a magical fire that makes us grow stronger. It shows us what we're good at and what needs work, what we can do and what might be a little too tough right now. It makes us rethink our plans, improve our skills, and maybe even try something totally new. Failing isn't magic that automatically makes you win. Just tripping and hoping for the best isn't enough. We got to be smart about it. Try our hardest and never give up when things get tough. So why is failing so important for winning? Because it pushes us out of our comfort zones, those cozy spots we like to hang out in. It makes us face our fears and insecurities head on. It's like a giant push to try new things, to be creative and to break down those walls that might be holding us back. When we do that, it unlocks our true awesomeness, unleashing a ton of creativity, grit, and a never-give-up attitude. Remember that time you faced failure? Maybe you didn't get that promotion or your project went a little sideways. In that moment, it's easy to feel down and maybe even hopeless. But what if instead of seeing it as an ending, you saw it as a new beginning? What if it was a chance to learn, to grow, to become the most amazing you that you can be? The road to winning isn't always smooth. There will be bumps, detours, and maybe even a wrong turn or two. But guess what? There will also be victories, celebrations, and moments that make you jump for joy. The key is to embrace the whole journey, the good and the bad. You see failure not as your enemy, but as a friend in disguise. After all, how can you truly enjoy a win if you've never tasted defeat? So why are we so scared of failing? It all boils down to wanting to be liked and accepted. From a young age, we're told to strive for perfection, to be the best. But when we mess up, we worry people will judge us, laugh at us, or even reject us. Fear of failure isn't just about what others think. It's about what we think of ourselves. We worry that failing means we're not good enough, that our dreams are out of reach. So we play it safe, never taking risks to protect our fragile egos. But what if failing doesn't define you? What if it's actually a chance to learn and grow, to discover who you really are. Because here's the truth. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a normal part of getting there. Imagine you weren't afraid to fail. What would you chase after? What goals would you set for yourself? More importantly, what's stopping you from taking that leap right now? Failing isn't something to fear. It's something to welcome with open arms. It's with failing that we learn, grow, and ultimately win. So next time fear whispers in your ear, ask yourself this. Is it holding you back from living your dream life? If so, what can you do to conquer that fear and start living a little bolder? You have greatness inside you, friends, more than you can imagine. But to reach it, you got to face your fears and see failing as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. So take that leap of faith and watch the world open up in ways you never dreamed. Now, let's talk about how failing makes us stronger. When things get tough, it shows us what we're truly made of. Think of those super resilient people, the ones who bounce back from anything. What's their secret? It's not magic, but an inner strength built in the fires of failure. How exactly does failing make us stronger? Well, remember how much you learned during tough times. Challenges push you to find a strength you never knew you had. That's the power of failing. Failure tests us in ways winning never can. It makes us face our weaknesses, find creative solutions, and become a little wiser, stronger, and more resilient each time we fall. Remember, resilience isn't something you're born with. It's like a muscle you train. The more you see failing as a teacher, not a bully, the stronger you become each time you face failure. Remember, it's a detour, not a dead end. Learn from it, embrace it, and let it fuel your climb to success. After all, it's not where you land that matters, but how strong and resilient you become on the journey. Now let's conquer that fear of failure. First step, admit you're scared. Fear is normal. It keeps us safe. But sometimes it stops us from reaching for our dreams. What scares you? Is it getting rejected, being laughed at, or letting yourself down? Whatever it is, name it, shine a light on it, and face it head on. Admitting fear isn't weak. It's brave. It takes guts to be honest about your worries. And by doing that, you break free from the chains that hold you back. What's the absolute worst that could happen if you fail? Is it really that bad, or are you making a mountain out of a molehill? More importantly, what happens if you do nothing at all, letting fear run the show? The fear of failing can feel scarier than failing itself. It traps us, holding us back from everything we can be. But the good news is, you have the power to break free. By admitting you're scared, you take the first step. You're taking back control and choosing your own path. So don't just see fear as a roadblock. See it as a guide. It can show you where you might need a little more courage. By facing your fears, you break free and open up a whole world of possibilities. Now let's talk about something called a growth mindset. This means seeing challenges as ways to learn and grow, not reasons to give up. People with a growth mindset believe they can improve with effort, and they see failing as a stepping stone, not a dead end. So how do you know if you have a growth mindset? Did you see challenges as things to learn from, or walls you can't climb? Do you believe you can get better with practice, or do you feel stuck after a setback? The good news is, anyone can develop a growth mindset. It's all about changing how you think. Instead of fearing failure, focus on what you can learn from it. See it as a chance to grow and become even stronger. So how do you get started? Be aware of your thoughts. When you feel like giving up, remind yourself that you're learning and growing. Focus on getting better, not just winning or losing. Remember, a growth mindset is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs. But with a little effort, you can develop a mindset that sees failure as a stepping stone to success. Imagine your mind as a garden, full of potential, but just like a garden, it needs care to grow. By feeding it with a growth mindset, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Imagine your mind as a garden. In one corner, you might have planted seeds of worry and doubt. You water them with fear and feed them with negativity, and guess what grows? A tangled mess of I can'ts. That's a fixed mindset, believing you're stuck with what you've got. But wait, there's another corner. Here, the soil is rich with hope and possibility. You plant seeds of curiosity, water them with bravery, and watch them blossom into amazing things. This is a growth mindset, believing you can learn and improve. So which corner will you cultivate? The one full of weeds or the one bursting with potential? The choice is yours, and it will shape your journey. How do you grow a growth mindset? See challenges as adventures, failures as lessons, and setbacks as stepping stones. It's about enjoying the ride of learning, not just the destination of success. Remember, building a growth mindset takes time. Be patient, keep going, and don't be afraid to face your fears. Step outside your comfort zone, embrace the unknown, and watch your mind transform. Tend to your mental garden with care and with a growth mindset, Anything is possible. Let's dig a little deeper into why we fear failing. Not just the fear of messing up, but the fear of what it means. Letting ourselves or others down, facing the unknown. We all crave that pat on the back, that feeling of being accepted. So we try to avoid failing at all costs. Correct? Understanding this fear is the first step to conquering it. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Is it failing itself, or the things I think will happen if I do? By bringing those fears into the light, we can weaken their hold on us. Now let's talk about the surprising upside of failing. It's not just a roadblock, it's a training ground for becoming stronger and wiser. We learn our best lessons from our mistakes, both about ourselves and the world around us. Think of the most resilient people. The ones who bounce back from anything. What's their secret? They don't see failure as an enemy, but as a teacher. It pushes us to face our weaknesses, go further than we thought we could, and keep going even when things are tough. But the real magic of failing is that it builds resilience, that mental muscle that helps us bounce back from anything. Every time we overcome a setback, we strengthen that muscle and become even more resilient. Each time you fail, remember, it's not a dead end, it's a detour on the road to great. You see failure as a lesson, a guide, a chance to grow, because it's through failing that we discover what we're truly capable of achieving. Now, let's explore how to learn from failing. How to turn those stumbles into stepping stones, because failing isn't the end of the story. It's an opportunity to grow, learn, and become the best version of ourselves. So how do we turn those stumbles into stepping stones? It all starts with taking a good look back. Think about the last time you failed. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? What can you learn from it? By asking yourself these questions, you unlock golden nuggets of wisdom that will help you conquer future challenges with more strength and smarts. Learning from failing means being humble and open, means admitting you messed up, putting your ego aside, and being okay with a little discomfort. It's not always easy, but it's key to keep growing and winning in this ever-changing world. So next time you trip up, approach it with curiosity and an open mind. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this setback to bounce back even stronger? Most importantly, how can I use these lessons to become the best me possible? Remember, friends, failing isn't the end. It's just a bend in the road. Embrace it, learn from it, let it launch you forward to the success you deserve. Because it's through failing that we discover what we're truly capable of achieving. Failing doesn't mean you're out. It's just a curve in the road, a chance to adjust and pick a new direction towards winning. But how do we turn those stumbles into stepping stones? It all starts with how you see it. Don't see failing as falling behind. See it as a way to climb higher. It's about changing your perspective, going from feeling defeated to feeling full of possibilities. How can I use this setback to bounce back even stronger? What can I learn from this? By approaching failing with curiosity and an open mind, you unlock its hidden potential and turn it into a chance to grow. But here's the thing. Learning from failing takes action. Don't just sit there. Talk to mentors, try new things, invest in getting better. Think of the most successful people you know, the ones who overcame setbacks. What makes them different? They're not immune to failing. They're just super good at bouncing back, adapting, and growing even stronger. By following their lead, we can turn our own stumbles into stepping stones to greatness. And the coolest part, when you turn failing into a chance to grow, you become the one in charge. You're not a victim of mistakes. You're the master of your own destiny. You take ownership of what happened, learn from it, and use it to become even better. Now that's powerful. Each time you fail, remember, is a new chapter, a fresh start full of possibilities. You see failure as a teacher, a guide that helps you grow. It's through failing that we discover what we can truly achieve. You ever give up? Perseverance is like fuel for your journey, and resilience is your armor against setbacks. When things get tough, it's easy to quit. But true success often waits just beyond where most people give up. Dig deep, find that inner strength to keep going, even when the road seems dark. This perseverance isn't just about grit, about having a dream, a vision of who you want to be and what you want to achieve. Hold on to that vision tight even when things get tough. But remember, you also need resilience, the ability to bounce back and keep thriving. This is what separates those who crumble from those who rise above challenges. Think of the most successful people you know. What makes them different? They're not just talented or lucky. They have a relentless spirit that keeps them going. They know failing isn't the end. It's just a bend in the road. This unwavering belief in themselves is what sets them apart. Not about how many times you fall, but how many times you back up. Embrace failure as part of the journey. and use it to fuel your climb to success. With perseverance and resilience by your side, you can overcome any obstacle and achieve any goal. And to inspire you, we'll explore stories of people who triumphed over failure. These aren't just success stories, they're proof of the power of perseverance, resilience, and unwavering determination. One thing is resilience, bouncing back stronger. They knew setbacks are temporary, not the end. They learned from their mistakes and kept growing. Perseverance is another key. Success takes time, effort, and pushing through challenges. But maybe the most important thing is mindset. Successful people believe they can achieve their dreams. They see failure as a bump in the road, not a dead end. They know the road to success has obstacles, but they keep going anyway. So remember, failing isn't the end. It's a detour. With resilience, perseverance, and a positive mindset, you can overcome anything and achieve your dreams. And to show you this is real, I'll share some stories from my own journey, filled with setbacks that ultimately led to success. Early in my career, I hit a rough patch. My business has flopped, and I was close to losing everything. It was tempting to give up, but I saw those failures as lessons. I learned from them and used that knowledge to fuel my drive to succeed. Another time, people doubted me. They questioned my skills and dreams, making me wonder if I'd ever reach my goals. But instead of letting negativity win, I used it as motivation. I wanted to prove them wrong, to show them I could achieve greatness despite their doubts. It's the biggest lesson I learned from failure. Resilience. Life knocked me down plenty of times throwing obstacles that seemed impossible to overcome. But each time, I found the strength to get back up, learn from my mistakes, and keep going. It's this resilience, this ability to keep pushing forward even when things are tough, that's been the key to my success. So remember, friends, when you face setbacks and failures on your own journey, it's not the end, it's just a bend in the road. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it launch you forward to the success you deserve. With resilience, perseverance, and a positive mindset, there's no obstacle you can't conquer, no dream you can't achieve. If we map this up, remember, we know the end. It's a stepping stone to success. We've seen how failure teaches us, shapes us, and builds our strength. We heard stories of amazing people who overcame challenges and turned stumbles into stepping stones. We learned that with the right mindset and a never-give-up attitude, we can achieve anything. So, embrace failing as part of the journey. Don't see it as losing. See it as a step towards winning. It's through failing that we discover what we can truly do. But let's not stop here. Let's take what we learned and use it. Don't let fear stop you from chasing your dreams, even if things get tough. Approach life with resilience, perseverance, and a spirit that never gives up. Push through obstacles, overcome setbacks, and reach for the stars. The biggest mistake in life isn't failing. It's never trying at all. So I challenge you, take action. Seize the moment. Let your dreams be your guide as you journey towards a brighter, bolder, and more fulfilling future. You got this?